Hey guys, Shawn Ziem, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. We're back with the Connection Conversation Show. We're making sure that we're dropping value. We're making sure that those in the business world are learning and also growing and taking some of the tips, strategies, and ideas that we discussed in our conversation and actually take action and implement. Let me bring on a friend of mine, Sheena. We bring her into the screen. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely.
This is something that I like to, provide value for those that are watching. And if you're popping in now, definitely drop a, hashtag live. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay. And also, if you are one that likes to engage, drop a comment where you're watching us from. Sheena, before we get into it, can you give us a who you are and what you do?
So I am a real estate agent. I'm licensed in PA, New Jersey, and Delaware. I've been in the business for 3 years. I actually love what I do. I love going around helping people, and I just want to get someone connected to their dream home.
And it's not something that you're all about education. What I've found, the conversations we've had, you're all about helping other people. That's very important to you, right?
Oh yeah, I love making someone smile. That's just my goal all the time.
And it's different than some people out there that are in the sales force. It's commission breath. They're sitting there waiting for that, commission to come through. Maybe it doesn't happen. Now they can't pay a bill. You go at it as helping people first, which is what I live by as well. And it's important to listen to people. How have you been helping your clients right now?
So right now I'm helping people, whether it's a rental, house, commercial, anything like that. But I always go it as not as a commission base, but more as I want to make you happy. We want to both win at the end of the day. And if that takes longer, if that takes more questions, more searching for the home, then that's what we're going to have to do. But the end goal is as long as you're happy, I'm happy, and we'll move forward.
And asking questions is key, guys. Not just you know, having the client dictate what's going on. Actually, have a process of what's happening in the conversation, so that you'll learn about what they need, what they want, and then you go find it. A lot of people, they are all about an up call, right? In the real estate world, you get an up call. Oh, I got a deal, I got a deal, and it's not even a deal yet. It's just a lead. It's just a person, and you have to qualify them. How do you go about qualifying people right now?
So my main prerogative is definitely you do not go see a house until you're pre-approved. So when we first have our consultation, you want to buy a house. Okay, so I ask a few general questions before we even have our full buyer's consultation, just to see what their savings are, what their credit score is, um, what have you looked into already? Are you working with an agent? And then based on some of those questions, I'll refer them to a lender to talk to them about what their price goals are, what their income is, just so we know exactly what your pre-approval is. Because the last thing I want to do is take you to a house, you fall in love with it, and we can't afford it. And I don't want to ever put someone in the hole. Like you can't, you're living paycheck to paycheck just to make the mortgage. We have 1,000 other things we want to do in life. The house we should be able to afford with other things included.
Yeah, a lot of people just oh, I'm pre-approved for 500,000, and they're looking at 500, 550, 600, where that's at your highest end. You don't want to be at the highest end, in my opinion, so that
Okay.
you can have, like you said, so you can live, you can have money to. A lot of people put all their money into a down payment, and they have no money for furnishing the property, right?
Yeah. I
And that's
and I shop around for furniture all the time. I go to Facebook Marketplace, I go to Best Buy Furniture, I go all over the place. So I always say shop around as much as you can. If you feel like you can afford the price, then we move forward. But never ever look at a house just for, oh, it's nice and shiny. And then you get the closing cost sheet. If the monthly payment is something you can afford on top of utilities, on top of furniture, on top of, your daily life, then move forward.
great tip right there, guys. You got to make sure you can afford it. Get pre-qualified, not pre-qualified, pre-approved. Make sure that you are, ready to buy that property. So you don't waste anyone's time. You don't waste Sheena's time or anyone else's watching. Now, besides real estate, you enjoy traveling. Tell us about it. What do you like doing? Do you like going to an all-inclusive resort, or do you like to sightsee?
So I have an 11-year-old son. So I had him young. So I actually didn't start traveling until probably 2 years ago. But I like just going into different cultures and like kind of just like finding different things to do that like people from there like to do. I like seeing different things outside of, like, you're in Philadelphia, you think that Philadelphia is just like everything. And then you go to Vegas and you see all the different things there. You go to Florida, all the different things there. You go outside to India and it's like completely different. And it's just great. I love seeing all of it.
Yeah, I like that. You're experiencing cultures, you're trying different things. A lot of people, that word try, though, a lot of people don't try in business, in trying in foods and
Oh,
music and culture. They're afraid. But if they put themselves out there and get uncomfortable for a moment, just be, vulnerable, watch how it changes you.
oh yeah, food is my big thing. I will try anything at least once and try it. As if I try it once, I can say I don't like it. I think I started when I was young. My dad like tricked me into trying calamari and told me what it was later, and I was like, oh my god! But it was actually really good, and I order it all the time now.
No, it's definitely something worth. I tell my kids too. You got to try everything once. Just try it once, and if
Right,
you don't like it, sure, but
right.
at least you try it. And I try anything and everything out there just so that you experienced it. And but with being before you got into real estate, I would like to like circle back. What what were you involved in before real estate?
Oh my god, I had so many miscellaneous jobs. So I started off. I don't even put this one on my resume, but I started off at Dunkin' Donuts. Unfortunately, I went from there to retail because I really liked like fashion at the time. So I went to BB. I did Guess. I've done Victoria's Secret. I've done all those retail stores. Then I got into restaurant. So then I did Olive Garden. I did McCormick and Schmick. So I did high end and like chain restaurants, which I love both. And
Hmm.
I got into Toyota, which is the car dealership. And then from there, I went into the credit union and then real estate. So got all
Wow.
the experience under my belt.
No, it's important. That's all skills. You learn different things no matter what kind of jobs you had beforehand. A lot of people say, "Oh, I had one job." It's like, "Oh, you're lucky," but also unlucky because when you have different jobs, you have different experiences. Is there any one of those jobs that really helps you today in your current job, in
Oh,
your current business as far as real estate?
I think it was restaurant server.
Hmm.
1,000 because it helps me multitask. It helps me with my customer service. It was just all around. I think I learned the most skills from serving for sure.
Because you said early on that you love doing a good job. It's something that pushes you, you're passionate about, you're going to go the extra mile. I guess that's what you get when you work in that service industry. You have to do that, right?
Literally, I'll even have dreams of like, oh my God, did I give sauce to that person? Did I forget to do this for that person? And then I'll wake up the next morning like, I don't think I did. I gotta make sure I get that right today.
Because I'm the same way. Like if you do things, something goes wrong in a transaction, you take it personal. You want to make sure that things get done and is as streamlined as possible. But we all know things in the real estate world is never perfect. It's never always smooth. You try, but being a realtor, you have a quarterback. You got to make sure you're getting everything's juggling. You got to be able to throw to different people, get things done, and depend on them to do their job the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if one thing I've learned is when I first like had my first problem in real estate, I used to think like I'm panicking, like what do I do? It was just like, oh, I want to avoid the situation. I want to avoid making that call. I want to avoid like having that conversation. But I've learned honestly, just have the conversation. Call them about the problem before it gets worse. Deal with it and get it done because the more you stress about it, it's not helping the situation. Just move forward, have the tough conversations, have whatever you got to get through, and the deal will get done. Just face it on.
I appreciate you sharing that because a lot of people don't like to share like the thing we do mess up. There's things that happen. There's things that go wrong, and we got to own up to it sometimes. And when you are in the beginning, if you something goes wrong, you make sure everyone knows about it in the beginning. You're fine. If you just dwell on it, wait on it, I'm not going to say nothing. See what happens. That's where it gets you into some trouble.
Yeah.
Now, when you are in the sales and the entrepreneurship, you are a business owner you have those days of rejection. How does Sheena deal with rejection daily?
I don't really like sit on it. I always think that if this didn't work out for me, another deal is coming along, and it's actually always worked out that way. So I don't sit with rejection like too long. I don't dwell on it. It is what it is. If you don't want to work with me or if something doesn't work out, there's another avenue. There's another customer, there's another client I can help. And I don't take it personally.
Love it. I love it. Now, I like manifesting.
Yes.
I like putting things out into the universe and having it. I believe it works. What is something that you would like to? What do you have in the background?
My vision board.
Talk about that, please.
So I have, well, it's funny because like it's actually really empty now. It used to be completely packed, but I took off the things that already came true. So like when I was young, I didn't have a lot of money to like help, like take my son anywhere or whatever. But my goal by his 10th birthday was like to take him to Universal, like Disney World and like all these other little things. And then I realized like Universal was on my vision board, like from 3 years ago. And we actually went last year for his birthday. Me and him went for a quick weekend. We got like fast passes, went on every single ride and everything. But like, I believe like I'm not even looking at it every day or, well, now I'm going to change that come moving forward. But like, I wasn't even looking at it. And like a lot of the things that like, even like me traveling to Vegas, it was on my vision board. I didn't even know. I just like printed out a picture of traveling and it just so happened to be a picture of Vegas that I have the exact picture of that I stood in front of. And like me seeing the Eiffel Tower. I mean, it was the one from Vegas, but like, it's still.
Hey, it's one, right?
I'm very big on like journaling, manifesting, affirmations. I completely agree with it. I think your mind is your most powerful key. And and what you speak out is what you're going to get. So always stay positive and keep dreaming.
Let's end on this. And I like this because we could always, this is with the power of doing video.
All the time.
It's amazing. So what do you want? What do you want to manifest in your business right now in the next 6 months, 1 year, and say 5 years from now?
I know I just want to keep helping people in general. I want to build my client base so big that I can also refer business out to other agents. But I want to teach them the business like the correct way, as far as like putting the client first. I'm not even going to say customer, but putting the client first over your commission check, and like building a team and growing our team currently bigger like that.
Awesome. Hey, it's out there. It's out there.
I talk it every day.
That's the important thing. I know a lot of people out there are the solopreneurs, which is fine. Some people are part of groups. That's great. Whatever works for you, just keep doing it. That's the important thing. Don't stop. Be consistent so that we become successful, because things that you continuously do over time, it's going to work. It's going to work. And I want to thank you for joining us today. Those that are watching, definitely take a look at the description. Reach out to Sheena, connect with her. If you know anyone that is looking to buy, sell, or invest in Delaware, in Pennsylvania, and also if you just want to have a conversation, she's a wealth of knowledge. She could help you. She's here to grow her team as well. And any final thoughts, Sheena?
Yeah, if you're looking to buy or sell, you know who to call.
Short and sweet. That's how it's done. So everyone else, we hope you have an awesome rest of your day.